We got the smoker set to 275. We're probably going to smoke these for a good 6 to 8 hours. And we're going to put the injection one on the left. And then put the non-injected one on the right. We're doing pretty much everything the same to these except the injection. Alright, we are making Western North Carolina barbecue sauce. I've got a cup of apple cider vinegar. I'm putting in a cup of ketchup. This one you want to cook pretty good. You want to get it almost to where it's at a boil and then turn it off. Alright, we got ketchup. We got a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of crushed pepper, and then about half a teaspoon of salt. Mix all that together and kind of let it coagulate. Oh, and a quarter cup of brown sugar. Can't forget that. Alright, we're making Eastern North Carolina barbecue sauce. So what we got in there is 2 cups of apple cider vinegar. We're adding half a cup of white vinegar. We're going to add a tablespoon of brown sugar. We're going to add a tablespoon of red pepper flakes. We're going to add a teaspoon of salt. And a teaspoon of pepper, black pepper, and then we're going to add a teaspoon of Texas Pete. You can really use any hot sauce you like, but I like Texas Pete. When you're in North Carolina, you do Texas Pete. And then you'll heat it up a little bit. Heat it up a little bit, don't bring it to a boil, just enough to get all that mixed in there, let that sugar kind of thin out. And then you'll have Eastern North Carolina barbecue sauce. This is the vinegar sauce. This will make that nice red Western North Carolina barbecue sauce. In the East, they kind of do a similar sauce, but they call it chicken sauce. Okay, we're trying to keep this even here. So you see we've got brown sugar, butter. I did the Heath Ryle sweet rub, honey rub. We've been spritzing it with some apple juice and water. Now we're just trying to keep it even. We've got on the left, we got the one we injected. On the right, we got the one we didn't inject. So from here on out, it's even Steven. And they've been evenly cooked. They're at about the same temperature. They're within a couple degrees of each other. So we're gonna see which one turns out better. So this is the one we injected, and just by looking at and tearing it apart, it is super juicy, super tender inside. So I'm pretty sure that there might be something to injecting a butt. We pretty much cook them the same way. I haven't pulled the other one off yet. I was a little behind this one. But right now I'm going to sprinkle it with some finishing dust, which is going to be Heath Ryle's honey rub, and I'm going to do the sweet barbecue. rub as well for the finishing dust. And then we have one of those pancake things that we use for grease separating, and we're going to put a little bit of the liquid back in there, but you don't need to put too much liquid in this one. This one's juicy. That injection definitely made a difference. I'm just going to sprinkle it with a little finishing dust, as they call it in competition. And the money shot. A little bit of that. And we'll mix it up, and that'll be a pan of barbecue. So this is the second butt. This is the one we did not inject. And one thing it did a little different than the other one is it took 2 hours longer to cook without being injected. Everything was pretty much the same. These came out of the same package. They were about the same size. The only thing we did different was inject it. It does seem to be as juicy as the other one, but one thing it did have better than the other one was it had a lot better bark, but it also did cook 2 hours longer, so it was able to build up some more smoke on it as well. It has a better smoke ring, but we're going to do the same thing on this one. We're going to do the sweet barbecue rub and the honey rub for the magic dust at the end, and finishing dust, and we're going to put some of the drippings out of there once it settles on there. But we'll do one more segment and kind of pick which one we think is better. So we've kind of come to the conclusion that if you inject it, it's more juicy. This one did have 2 hours longer too. This one had better bark. They're both really good, but we like we think we're fans of the injecting.
It seemed to get done a lot quicker.
No, it definitely gets done quicker, yeah. But it also is a lot juicier, and it stays juicy, and it stays better longer. So I would probably go with the injection from now on.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. This one had a lot more juiciness. Even this one's got, you can see the bark
but
in there.
It did cook 2 hours longer.
Yeah. I would go with number one, juiced.
Yep, injected.
Yep.
That's our verdict.